What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about some not great news going over there at Bandai Namco. It seems like they are reducing staff. It seems like they are canceling or pausing games, and kind of the big highlight headline of today is Naruto and One Piece, that those were games that were, it seems at first it was canceled. Then when you read the article, not exactly sure like which one it actually is. That breaks my heart, and we'll talk about that as this video goes, but also, yeah, laying people off too. So you have this from Bloomberg, and kind of a couple paragraphs that are important here. So they say that they've moved roughly 200 of its 1,300 employees to rooms, and in Japanese culture, basically they put staff in rooms where they're given nothing to do, which puts pressure on them to leave. And so they've put 200 people in those rooms. 100 of them have resigned, and more are expected to resign going forward. However, they do say that they have not done that, so they've like countered that claim. So then they say that, like its competitors, they're under pressure to cut costs. And over the summer, the company further shuttered smartphone game Tales of the Rays and said it would take down big budget online game Blue Protocol in January. It's also decided to either cancel or pause development of several games, including ones that feature characters from animes Naruto and One Piece, as well as a project commissioned by Nintendo. Now, actually, the way that that's worded as well, was that like some sort of brawler or battle royale game? Because it's not necessarily Naruto and One Piece games. It's characters from Naruto, which could mean literally a Naruto or One Piece game. It's been a while. It's been a while since, like One Piece has kind of been in like this loop. Like you'll get one every so often. It might be okay. It might be a little bit less than okay. And, Naruto, it's had its run, but I definitely would like to see more. And that kind of takes me to that part. Bandai Namco is an interesting one. They do release a lot of games, and they're not like uber. I mean, like they'll have their hits. The thing is, I was going to say they're not uber successful. They'll release some games that don't do well, but then they'll release like a Dragon Ball that sells 3 million units in the first day, right? Like Dragon Ball single-handedly might be able to keep some of these people employed. So, you don't like to see it, especially that practice. I think I've heard of that kind of thing before. It's tough, like I said before. Bloomberg's doing the reporting. Bandai is, kind of countering it. They say they're not they say basically that there's a process, right? Like there might be times where people aren't doing much, or they're given projects to kind of work their way up. And the way that Bloomberg reports it is people are put into these cold, dark rooms, and the doors closed, and they sit there for 8 hours and they do absolutely nothing. I don't want to go too far into that. I'm not in that culture. I'm not well versed in it. But I do wonder, if you're like locked in a room and you have like your computer and whatnot, can't you like do your own stuff? Normally, like companies will allow you to like experiment and do stuff that could eventually become company property, maybe become your property, depending on the contracts, and also depending on, you can't be working on your own things when you're working on a game, right? Like there's times to do it, times not to do it. But, for those people that are just like put in rooms and not given work to do, can't they just kind of go wild and get free? They get their money, they get paid, they're not part of the team, so I guess that's probably a little demoralizing, but they can also kind of work on whatever, depending on, I guess, how things, it's just a thought. I don't actually know, how that stuff plays out, but I was wondering that. So yeah, not ideal. And I would take a One Piece game, especially the live action show, kind of like sparking a little bit of a revival. I mean, One Piece has always been popular, but that show did really well, getting a season 2, and, again, the One Piece games, they've never like massively hit it big, but you would think maybe now is like the best time to do it. And then Naruto, I mean, those games have always been rock solid or better. I mean, I've really enjoyed, I'm not even a fan of Naruto the anime, but I think Naruto as the games, I think they're phenomenal. And also, you think of the success that Dragon Ball is having, and I know like this probably happened months ago, but you think of how big Dragon Ball and how well they did it. You think of a Naruto game in 2025, 2026. I mean, they could do some pretty unique and pretty crazy, like over the top things. So that's disappointing. So not a great day from Bandai Namco. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on. I hope to see you all on the next one.